You going back to what you want?
I want drink.
I don't have nothing but this.
Hmm?
I don't have nothing but this from
Is
last
this
night.
all?
From last night. All right. Let's do a little random quickie rule we got in the car. Oh dang! I don't have no. I don't think I have no tarot cards, but all right, clean. All right, don't clean something. Mm, will this work? Okay, this blue air. Now this could be by marriage or something. Like if this is one of these blue people that ended something for you or me in the past. Welcome back to the platform, y'all. Okay, this is a quickie. Um, if this blue energy to this child or this group took this child, this baby, the oldest, I wonder what this energy is. These could be people. These don't have to be real heirs or bloodlines. These could be collective groups. Okay. Um, hold on, y'all. I know I still got some nose skin missing. I'm blowing my nose so much. It's still healing up. I don't want y'all looking at that. Um, let me turn this off. Um, somebody could have been trying to achieve something that they not about to achieve here. This is like something sinister these people be doing. These people like, you know, sexual assault without you knowing, recording it. Like, I don't, they just do little sinister little shit like this. I don't know. So somebody could have thought that they was going to achieve doing something, but something saying don't clean. I think when I be glancing through my stuff, I keep seeing somebody's feed is a card that they holding up saying like clean up. But this is somebody that's think they're gonna cyber traffic somebody or underground traffic somebody or um this like a different type of trafficking or something here. Like somebody went into the underworld, a spouse, a husband, he passed away. They were dealing with a woman. The woman wanted to deal with you. The woman could be the reason why they passed away. Now the woman got the keys to your life. They think that they can make money off of you, like if this person was, or maybe this person didn't do that. They made money off of you energetically or something, but they was still attached to you, so they didn't like people doing anything weird to you in another kind of way, right? But this woman or whatever this is, okay, because these are like, you know, I always had a. It's not a problem with women, but I just could see the shade. Like I never knew what it was, but like I told you, if in the '90s, me growing up as one of them teenage girls, even if these are older men that ain't got no business, look, whatever this is, whatever this is, also somebody be kind of trying to make it seem like somebody is unclean or they're not a clean person or this is like you going through some type of process like this, and the only thing wrong with you is that your house might got a little clutter in the corner, or your dishes may not be getting done, and while you being violated from all different aspects of your life, randomly this shit just start occurring. You know, and something is not clean, or you don't do something the same way. It's something like this. Somebody could have been trying to say that you dirty or something. I don't know what this is. You know, this is like somebody grieving a child for a year or something. Um, and all the rest of their life, they was out doing things or they was communicating with, but people try to use this low time. They just record you during that time, and then 5 years later, they want to try to beat a case and make it seem like you mentally ill, so they could be a guardianship over your estate or something, or over the land or whatever this is, and do whatever the fuck they want. And these people could have twisted minds. I'm telling you, most of these people that's calling themselves empowered, they not. These are people that passed away and was reprogrammed or something. These are the people that in our family that we thought died, and they didn't. It's something like this. So it might even be these people that are unclean spirits. But whoever this person is that was a part of this blue people group, even somebody be like, I created this, look at what I've created. When I leave this earth, this is who I want to take this. You know, it's something like this. The person didn't achieve this here. Like I told you, when I got pictures that when I took my daughters, when we still had Kmart's back then. And I think it was still a Kmart. Ooh, I think it was a Kmart or a Walmart. I don't know. When Walmart first opened or Kmart or something like this. But you remember they used to have them little specials for like $9.99 or something. You can get like some pictures printed of your children. You get pictures taken. And I was thinking about that picture. I don't think I have it anymore. I don't think it's in my picture book, my picture case anymore. But I had a picture of my twins, and one looked like a little alien, and one of them just looked funny. She looked like a little old man. In these particular images, this was like when they was like first born, within the first month or two or something like this. But I was thinking about how much that child, these was the twins, and I remember how much the little girl looked like. I mean, uh, we're gonna call her Whip, okay? Because that was one of her nicknames. So we're gonna call her Whip. I was thinking about how much I was thinking about, because I'm thinking like, why am I hearing something about chance or something? This is the second time. Like even when we got that womb energy with with the Star Trek cards, um, something like this. I kept thinking about why was we picking up on that chance energy? Okay, um, back then, when somebody was taking somebody's womb or something like this. Okay. I don't know, maybe the safety or something like this. I told you a lot of these people was doing some wrong stuff, and now they're like, oh, I'm your friend or something. Or these are people are saying this through music and shit like this and telepathic communication. I don't have none. I don't believe in that. I don't believe Christ has not one friend. And I feel like I'm the first one to come here in this energy and realize that and say, I'm not dying for you motherfuckers. No, you could take them, whatever this is, and turn it right back towards them people. We got to cleanse the earth. The population didn't expand it, like they say in the George Guidestone. It's time. You know what I'm saying? If anybody worth getting on my footing right now, getting my finances in order and living my life and starting to live my life while these people sat on my back all this time and stopped me from being able to really live my life, when people that was dead or ain't even supposed to have a life was living a life like I was supposed to, like that's crazy. So, children are not, okay? So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about how much the 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 little twin Whip kind of looked like Chance the Rapper, and the little girl Whip kind of looked like the little girl from the little brown girl that they put, one of them little twins that they put up in the the Little Mermaid movie, okay? The one that they put in the Little Mermaid movie. And then I was thinking about, because I'm thinking, why, when I get that chance energy, like this either somebody asking somebody, just take a chance, or mm, take a shot, or, I don't know what this is, okay? But what I was picking up on is like about 10 years ago, maybe. It could have been about that time. Online, a lot of people talking about, celebrities being transgender, shit like this. Um, and if something came up about Chance the Rapper's wife having an Adam's apple and really being a boy, and everybody was like circulating that information. So at that time I was doing indigenous information, but a lot of people in the indigenous, like what's his name, Chief Micah, like a lot of these people was doing shit on like I think that Mag or whatever his name, Mag something or whatever was his channel, and these people was doing heavy stuff on like transgenders and stuff or pointing this out, and then it came up and I'm damn. And I was looking, I was like, well, damn, I said the person do really got an Adam's apple, something like this. And there's a girl, I think her name is Tiana or something like this, T something. But she was a baby mama to one of my cousins that's twins. They was born in May too. Um, she she had a baby by the twin that me and him was more close. We was all close growing up, but it was a more of a different bond between me and Chubby. Okay, so this could be like I said, um, and there was like a little freak accident where he got hit by a car and he was in the hospital for a long time when he was little. But I think that they swapped him out. Then I think that he could have gotten brain damage or something could have got altered about him, and they took him into the underworld here. Okay, they took him into the underworld, and then they brought something in the likeness of this person back towards us to finish out the family, whatever this is. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. There's power there. Whatever they're doing, they was making some shit shake and making it move. Shit, they could have had a clone version of me, a younger version of me there. I don't know how to explain this. But the girl had a baby with this person or whatever, with the cousin, okay? And I noticed and around that time, was I living here yet? I think I was still in Kenosha County, possibly. And okay, so she had a baby by my cousin or whatever. She also lived down the street from my boyfriend in Circle Tree or whatever. She also lived down the street from my boyfriend, whatever like this. And I think my play cousin Fred lived. He had moved from North Chicago and he had moved up that way. So I think they was all living in that area for a brief moment. And then I think that she was trying to break into the industry or whatever, like video vixen type shit. Okay, Waspin. Anyways, um, and then when we start getting a little older, because we used to be riding around kicking it with my play cousin, Freeman. I be using these people's last name. Um, when we was riding around with him, he used to come pick us up. He used to drive all the way from downtown. I mean, down to the other side of town, all the way up to pick us up every day and drop us off at school, just for we can hang out, talk a little bit, listen to music or whatever. But I don't think it's just because of that. No more. This could have been some kind of transfer energy, entertainment. It could have been something. And sometimes we didn't go to school. We just hung out with him for the whole day. So, he was older than us. Okay. Like he was like he was older, like 10 years, or he was in my cousin's age bracket. That's how we met him. My cousin, Nisi. So I'm lining this shit up because it matters, I'm guessing. So when we moved to Kenosha County, then my daughter came home and was like, oh, do you know a boy named, D or whatever? We'll just say that. And then I'm like, yeah, I think, yeah, that's my cousin's son or whatever like this. And she was like, oh, for real? So that's a cousin? Because mind you, my family was big, but I wasn't always around my family once I had kids. I lived far away. And it wasn't like that, like it back in the day, no, like in the 80s and shit like that, all the barbecues and stuff. It wasn't. If they was having them, they wasn't inviting me. So, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no animosity or nothing. Just busy, like people doing their own fucking lives. So, um, what was I gonna say? So there, we tying this back up together, whatever. Okay, let me get back on track. Um, and so I was like, and then they became like little fast friends or whatever. Oh, that's what I was gonna say, because mind you, my in-laws, there was only, I think, what, 4 children, and out of all four of them children, two people in the Truman Show in my reality didn't have no kids. a brother and a sister, and there was a brother and a sister that had kids. My mother-in-law had four, and the her brother had one. So on my so-called spouses, my partners, mom's side of the family, he only had one cousin, one first cousin. Now they got people and they got the name spread. They have people probably live in different states and everything like this or whatever. I never seen none of them, and they only had the one first cousin. And on the dad's side, the grandma was passed away. I never got to meet the grandparents. And then I met two of the uncles, but then they both passed away. And then I'm thinking, oh, and then I think they both passed away. And then I met the auntie, and she passed away. So that's three people that passed away since I knew my spouse on his dad's side of the family. And I think that left just his dad. Okay. And one little girl, a little mixed girl. Okay, I don't know what her name is. But one of the brothers um had a daughter, and I just remember that. So he had one cousin on this side and one cousin on that side. Now he used to be like, "Damn, your family big. Everywhere we go, damn, bitch. Like, man, what you? I mean, dang. I mean, is enough cousins or whatever." So I allegedly had a large family where my grandma had like supposedly 16 children on my dad's side and probably like eight or something on my mom's side. And so, you know, I just remember that. But when we think about this, if these are plants in our family and it's not our real family, you know, okay, it's nothing to be jealous about now if you look back at it. Okay. And then again, if this is a situation where the people that have a lot of children in the Truman Show may or may not have a lot of children behind the scenes. There's councils that do something over these families, is what I'm picking up, I'm guessing. But just because they family was small, just like God say, that they say you poor but thou art rich. This is what I'm saying about, although the person's family looks small on the, you know, Truman Show side, and my reality or our reality, they could have been populating like rabbits behind the scenes. If I told you these people was not dying, they were being pulled out of the Truman Show, out of our reality, and they were battling up or grooming themselves or working towards battling up against God or creating children off the grid or out of wedlock, meaning they were not hooked up to life or government or something like this when they had these children. Okay. I'm not talking about out of where like, oh, you had a baby and you wasn't even married. I'm not talking about that. We talking about these people ain't connected to the system. They're not connected to the government no more. And it could be where these people locked together and they created something it's like a grid or something that's not really the government, which they could have tried to think you or I would have been the weakest link in the family, but really you was or I am, or you are, if this resonate with you, that's motherfucker. All right. So most times people around you try to get you to doubt, you about to open up a business, girl. I just don't think that's gonna work. Da 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 da. Meantime, these people could have been building huge businesses behind the scenes of the Truman Show with your money or my money off of my energy or something like this. Like, and in the Truman Show, their version of them is trying to get you to stop from. You want to go to cheerleading? I don't know. That probably ain't no good idea for you, or I don't want to do this or whatever, but somebody go out of their way to help somebody else or something like this. Or like I told you, some of these people, they was calling it your sister or your brother, but it really wasn't. It could have been a junior bride or a child bride. So you think, oh, that's the baby of the family. That's why they're getting spoiled. And sometimes it was like these people wanted somebody to maybe accumulate something with their sister and not a or their child or something, but out of jealousy or envy or something, a power struggle or something like this, somebody purposely didn't do the traditional thing. They could have chose something else because somebody just was that nasty that they didn't want something to go to what was closest to their bloodline or the bloodline that they hijacked, or what was something here. It is something that's going a little something like this. Or they wanted to take it from you. They didn't ever want you to know something like that about what you are or whatever this is or what part you or where do you fit in this little thing here. So it's like almost like everybody to be focused on you when it was your time to step into your actual reality in this world. After you didn't gain enough knowledge about something, they're like, yep, this person a little bit advanced, so let's move this person into this area or where somebody is stopping that. I told you, stopping somebody from running up that hill. Okay. So she meets the boy, whatever, like this, and they end up becoming friends. My daughter, little boy D, my cousin, and I'm like, oh, that's funny because me and him was closest, and then now y'all, kicking it, whatever. I guess that's cool, you know. And then online a couple years back, like 8 years, 8 to 10 years, or something like this, the girl came online and she found the little forum that was building up on my platform after the picture got put up. And she's like, what you talking about? That's my cousin or something. Don't be talking shit about my cousin or something like this. And it just went left. Okay. So me and my cousin, babe, like I ain't never been in no beef with nobody, bitch. I only probably had like 3 real major arguments with my spouse out of the 30 something years that we've been knowing each other. I only had one big blowout with my supposed best friend. You know, um, I never really had no arguments with my play sister or my other favorite cousin or whatever. Like I've never had no problems with motherfuckers that I'm around. So again, that's what make me think like, how could somebody be doing that to you from behind the scenes, and in real life they would never. You know what I'm saying? So this is people that like to egg something on from the background. So if they kept me off of a server since I was a child, that means that they can bully and brutalize me or something like this in a way that I would not recognize. Shit, some of us could be lined up in some fucking factory or something with a little headset on our head, and that's what they abusing. That's what they raping. That's what they turning out. That's what they pumping up with drugs or something like that. Cause it ain't never been this motherfucker. That's who they cheating on. Cause it ain't never been this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? That's who they playing on top somebody's head. Cause it ain't never been this one. So you understand what I'm saying? So um so we got into this huge thing or whatever, and I'm like, oh, she was like, that's my cousin, and then I said, oh, everybody want to be somebody rich cousin or somebody famous or something like that, bop bop bop, talking shit like this, and I'm thinking, and she was like, well, at least I still hang out with your family or whatever. You, at least I still hang out with your family or something. I'm still cool with your family. Your family love me. I'm thinking like, what the fuck that got to do with anything? I mean, they always be my family. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck that mean? I mean, okay, good for you. Or like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because um that aunties, they girlfriends and baby mamas was really close with the family. Okay, especially when I'm out the way, whatever, I lived a distance or whatever. So it's just a way that somebody said it, and it kind of right then. If I think about when did something start where I changed the trajectory of how I was looking at something, because I could see it in my head when she said that, but I was not see because I think this person was even like had a little guest spot on Empire and shit like this. Even one of the Parham girls I think had a little guest spot on that show. But I don't know what it was that like when she said that it like twisted something like a little dial in my head. Okay. And then it helped me see like, and then it's almost like if I think back right now, like it showed me like a dual life. Like what she's talking about ain't even really her being close to the people over there, you know, at the grandma house where people used to meet and think. No, when she said it, it made me it seemed my people in a different dimension. You get what I'm saying? With these people, like in a different fucking dimension, like no bull. Like, cause I'm like, why would anybody even say that? What sense do that even make or something like that to say that? Like, unless somebody's stealing somebody's family, like, but at the time, the girl had been really close. So remember the older dude that I told you was always into music and shit like this. And so, the Freeman dude, by the time, I was talking to my play sister and she was like, yeah, oh, that girl, you remember, one of the twins, baby mama or whatever, she be hanging out with Freeman real tight or whatever now. So we had, it was we had kids and shit like this. We wasn't getting picked up like, hey, come pick me up, let's kick it or something. It wasn't like that no more. We had kids and shit. So when he passed away, I was thinking, damn, okay, so when Freeman passed away, I was in Kenosha County. And I did know that he was closest with that girl. Okay. And I did know that he lived more over there closer to my old neighborhood where I was living at when he used to come pick us up. And it's like, I just wonder, was that somebody that stepped out of the Truman Show, or did somebody jump, or something like that? And why, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't none of these people narrate? And what I'm saying right here, a lot of people, even on the other side, they watch YouTube and shit too. You know what I'm saying? This channel would be, because if so many people did go through this process like I did or something like this, there would be more support, there would be more pushing. But I tell you, I feel like they can't do it in public. And what does it take to jump? Do they take something with them, something of yours, mine, something like this from the empire? What is this? But we got into that big old huge thing, and she was saying this, and I said, now what if this is what I'm hearing? What if these children was a part of some type, like there was a cult, somebody was in a cult, somebody around me was in a cult at that time, and what if they did early at the earliest age, um, 1 week old or something, was they try to swap on somebody's kids, you know, at 1 week old, and they took these children and transformed them. And what if one of the twins was this person? That don't mean that that's my child, because that could be an egg from a snake bitch, okay, a brooding viper. This is why they thought that they could choose who live and die, because you were sitting there having guardianship over something that no longer belonged to you. Or like I told you, this is like bitches having you raise their whole kid, knowing it's a plot though. It's a whole twist. It's a scheme. Because if they get the foreign intelligence courts involved, this is like somebody mingling with somebody behind the scenes, or your person died and they didn't give this person a funeral, or it's something like this. And while these people are creeping around trying to see if these are people like guardian people that have their own little, how people go in a submarine or something like this, and they got their own little family of people, like 7 people, they got to be underwater for a year or something. It's like a collective group like this that I'm seeing, that somebody's person or spouse or a mate of yours, you never knew this person was a part of something, but they were, right? Their original source person they were, right? Okay. um And I'm saying this to say, after this person perished and they person, like, yeah, just give everything to her or whatever like this. And these people like, I don't like the way that bitch was treating him. We ain't gonna do it. She ain't never gonna be able to find out. It's something the fuck like this, okay? Or somebody moved on to another sector. They can't turn back around. These people, once they leave out the Truman Show or something like this, it's like they can't come back around. It might be some breeds that can stealthily come back in and out. My dad could have been one of them, you know. But no. Okay. Some of the older bloodlines might have thicker, or they have been replicated many times. Oh, that rabbit looks so cute. Anyways, something like this. But I was thinking about that argument, and I was thinking about the little twist that I seen in my head. It's like a click happened, and I got to see like these people in another dimension. And I can say that it was Chicago. It was Chicago, but it felt like it was another world or another dimension, and it meant something was unlocked for that sector of people. And I'm trying to think, was that a turn of the century? Like, I'm trying to think, was we going into a new cycle? But that's when I started to also notice what shifts were. Like, damn, did you just feel that shift? You understand? So I know this girl got clones too. And I seen a clone of hers on the news, and I know one of her clones is a tarot reader. I don't know if about anything else. Um, yeah. And I also know, yeah, okay. That's it. So I was saying that'd be funny if this person was arguing with me, like, why you saying something about this person's um whatever, that's my cousin, wooty woo, but at the same time, how? Is that really my daughter that you transform into a boy, and this is really real, and you saying that that's your cousin, because if this is a part of the first, if this is a part of the second generation, no, because they was born in, it was already after 2000, so they would have been the beginning of the third generation, but also the first 3 years of it, 333 or 33. So yeah, this could be something like that. That could be something like that. Mm-hmm. So these are the children that probably, once they leave out the Truman Show, they don't come back. You know what I'm saying? They can have two or three of them that they rotate. It's like a rotation period or whatever. But this would be one of the ones that they did not rotate. All right, because these children were born when I was living in Zion. It could have something about these biblical places or something like this. So these children were born when I was living in Zion. All right, so that could be what this is too. It made me think about this for sure. And I said, well, wouldn't that be a hoot? If this person like, yeah, that's my cousin, wooty woo, but something. But then that would take me back to, is this person a cyber madam? You know? Because at that moment when that child was born, I couldn't pick up who she looked like. She didn't look like me, that particular twin, but she was a preemie. So I couldn't pick up who she looked like. She didn't look like me, and she didn't look like the daddy. So, I don't know if they were newer at this type of splicing or something like this, or playing with people's wombs and shit. All right. Or this is a different type of breed because of where the placements of where we were living at that time. It just made me think about that. And what if these are the people that's going against me? This is why we're here. Why I'm saying it like this. And again, if they did get raised on the other side or in another dimension, was they with their daddy? Was they with something that looked like me? Was they with like a other mother, like fucking Coraline or whatever? Like, what is this? Okay. And who gave them permission? And was you ever supposed to fucking play with me like that? The industry people are different because they trauma bond on a different level. And what we see on TV is not what it is. I'm gonna just leave it there. Okay? People could be even trying to test you, but they're not supposed to be testing me or you or testing the Lord. And then we have this person with this blue. So this could be different, like lords trying to test God, bitch, or the son of God, or the daughter of God, or the one and only son of God. You know what I'm saying? Or like they do with the run of the mill other females or something like this. It just ain't about to work. Like there's no way that these people would have came right in your face and do. They had to break you down some other kind of way around your atmosphere, your energy, or something like this here. So we got a star seed or whatever, a rising star in a reverse. Okay. Mm. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Okay. These could also be aliens or something bullying us. Like, get yourself cleaned up. Clean up your house when I want to come plop my spaceship on top of your house and walk up in there. You need to trim up that. I like it when somebody ain't got no hair down there. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, girl, this is crazy. I mean, somebody about to be mad. Somebody about to be mad than the motherfucker. I promise you. If they trying to trap God on earth or something like this and then do something like this is crazy, y'all. I don't know what to tell you, okay? I don't. Like, this is what I'm picking up. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just what I'm picking up. We got the dog energy. Now, I was just looking at the Eight of Cups yesterday. I was looking at the Eight of Cups. See, I said that to say that it's almost like somebody was treating somebody in the family. The ill treatment could have been. Let me say this side note, and then we're gonna get back on this reading. The side note could be that it's like these family members couldn't wait to get to a certain time, place, something where they could treat like maybe you was getting all of the craze in the celestial realm or something like this or something. They couldn't wait until they got other beautiful women in the family dating their sons or something like this so that they can bring attention and people could pay attention to them. And the cousin that we produced in this family unit, that everybody was into, we just hate that she get any attention. We even try to act like this person should get an attention or something like this. So it's not necessarily abuse in a certain, like where somebody was penetrating a child every night or something. This is something like some kind of neglect or some kind of deficiency or some kind of malnourishment or something like this. Okay. Because for some of these groups, information is food and fuel. The truth is the food and the fuel that somebody kept away from you. All right. Especially after they seen you were being attacked or in danger. This is to not equip you with anything. So some of you, or something like this, somebody could have came in a situation and told, like, hey, this ain't your real, that we gotta go about it this way. Before the mom could say something or before the dad can tell the truth, or they wanted the child to be more equipped to handle something like this when they was going to tell the child the truth. And then these children go on different paths when they find out about that. Okay. So somebody could be trying to do this here. Okay. They're not looking at it as something systematic that, damn, the same thing happened to my mom. It ain't that it happened to me because it happened to my mom. It's just like, the two situations is totally different. Like, at least I got to find out at a young age, damn, my mom 80 and she just now finding out. It's something like this here. So we got a dog or a little D in reverse. All right. This could be a problem. This could be causing some type of riot or something. Or like I said, somebody could be keeping, if this is generations of men that was cleaving onto a certain being like me or something like this and keeping it in the family. Okay. The women in that family tired of this shit, something like this or whatever like this going, how people say control your woman. Well, you should have been controlling them bitches in your family that might not even be your family, that might have been your abusers, that might be your kidnappers and shit like this, because somebody that messed up something for some people here. All right. Okay. So a little D is in reverse, and somebody think that it's like you a sweetheart or something like this for trying to help somebody out or something like this. I don't know. But this also somebody that comes show up in the room looking nice like this. They can sweetheart, but they can bring disaster and destruction to your motherfucking ass too. Okay. So I don't know what this is here. A lot of these people that they putting on these news shows and say this person and he's in jail right now. He about to go. These people ain't in, they roaming around, probably with a leg monitor on, probably not. But or they just getting chipped and they roaming. They're not, motherfuckers ain't going. These people on these fake news, whatever, they are not. They're either going setting up for the army of God or they're setting up for something else. But it's just the truth. It's just the truth. And some of these people, yeah, like I said, they either going to like a real prison or they just being protected or they being, or this is like, some dudes, probably like in the hood or something like this. They don't want to be seen as a snitch or something. So, you know, they gotta put up a whole case on there, like, yeah, I'm getting locked up for life and shit like this. And really that they could be going to the witness protection, or because somebody spotted them or said something about them or brought up their name, or because somebody recognized them that's not supposed to be recognizing people from that era or from that generation or something like this. Okay. So again, I don't know what this is about somebody going to jail and somebody's about to be protected here. Okay. And then we have the leaf here, the Canada leaf is what I call it, or the maple leaf. Okay. This is in the upright here. All right. And I don't know what this means. Like somebody could be under some type of protection. I don't know if they found the real version of somebody and they locked up the real version. I don't know what this is, but something like this could have happened here. Okay. Somebody could be calling you a boy or a man or something. This could be three masculines or three brothers, or maybe somebody got castrated. I don't know. It's something here, okay? But somebody is not like a divine masculine. This could be a god, or somebody could really be a woman or something like this, and then somebody's in jail here, um and then we have somebody is being protected here. mm. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I keep seeing something like about a male lion here, and then we got the eye here. The eye is in the upright and the lion is in reverse. So whatever you might be referring to or referencing to in the recently, I've been looking more into like, damn, maybe we back in CNI energy. Because sometimes I don't get to pick, or I don't get to say, oh, this what I have to spin sometimes when somebody spin the energy, I gotta be the one to settle it and whatever. I don't get to get caught up like, okay, go along about your way. You're in model 5, mode 3, such and such. Just take your time and da 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 da. Make sure you eat, drink, da da da. No, these people just spin me, and then I just have to figure out the shit on my own. I gotta catch my ground. I gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I feel like I'm gonna always be a well balanced individual on all aspects here, a royally balanced person, individual here. Okay. So the things that they trying to do to mix somebody up is only making you sharper. All right. Um. So we got two lions earlier, but I feel like nah, somebody about to do something to somebody. They already did something to somebody or something like this here. Okay. Somebody could have been overwhelmed. I heard somebody was overwhelmed. And this is so cruel because, even if these people that really wanted to get together for a reason, like, I really like what this person talk about with their stuff. I really think if we put our heads together, whatever. But these are people that probably have to have genuine connections with people. It's against their religion or against whatever to use this other shit to dictate a relationship only on that. That's what punks do because they want to be in charge of the whole thing. How you gonna sign up to be a business partner with somebody, but the person don't even know that you got a business in their name? How you gonna be married to this person and then you walking around with somebody else? That's why I say these are otherworldly dimensional people or something like this. It just is here. Okay. Now again, love spell. Somebody could have worked up something last night because I did get like a nan and a boo boo kind of song this morning. Somebody conjured up a love spell, and then one lion is down. Okay. Somebody could have fake loved somebody to death. Okay. Bitch, I don't even know if I ever heard nobody say that shit. Okay. Somebody could have did that. Or you got um somebody is you're not gonna get your lion back, or somebody not about to get me back because somebody did a love spell. Some woman is a fucking psychopath, man. It's a couple of these women. It's a handful. I don't know if they was attached to my man in the other realm or to my dad or something, but block these bitches. I don't want shit to do with, girl. I ain't never gonna be scared or afraid to not have another human being on this earth to cleave on to feed off of, to be, because I don't deal like that. I don't eat off motherfuckers in order to get something when it comes to my core developments or who I am. No, it grosses me out. I don't want nothing to do with it. So, this could be something as simple as that. Other people got to feed off other people, and they kind of could be humiliated when you bring it up, but they see that you don't have to do that. And people are like, well, I want to do what you're doing because I really don't like doing this either. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a vampire saying, I really don't like, drinking from people. What else can I do? How they was drinking from deers and shit like this on Twilight, but that also could have been like people that was dear to God, or dear, individuals, or like on the originals when Elijah went back to that one girl from New York and she was teaching him how to love somebody gently while you killing them. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you could have had these people like, girl, my guys be cracking me up. And then, 6 months later, I look at you motherfuckers. I can still find that little spark inside of me when I want to when I want to give it. I just learned when and where to give it. You see what I'm saying? It's still there. All of me, motherfucker. But I'm not about to give it all to everybody all the time. It just ain't readily available to you like that no more. So, this could be something like that as well. All right. Um, I see these girls, oh my God, y'all so silly. And then I said, I've seen this before. You know how you how you study something or whatever, and you're like, yeah, well, here it comes, and then you see this person, a year later, and it ain't necessarily, see, the obvious thing is they're gonna say, look, yeah, but them bitches look better than you. Yeah, on the outside. But I can hear it in their voice. I can hear them wanting to cry. I can hear the something in their voice. I can hear some of them sitting in my energy right now. And what the other day when I was doing that video, I'm like, why is my voice? I don't. This here ain't feeling nothing with how it was coming out my throat chakra, and my throat chakra wasn't feeling nothing that what my heart was feeling. So my heart wasn't feeling sad and heavy and things like this, right? But it was whimpering, kind of like when I was talking, it was kind of like whimpering. This could also be somebody that's afraid to talk about something to somebody that they're around specifically, but they want, this could be somebody coming in my energy or whatever, and they want me to be able to talk like this. And I told you, I'm telling you right now, what these men did, they knew, because of the way that I was raised up. Even if this nigga was the devil and he killed all my children as they came out, it don't matter. They know that somebody gave me the false impression that they loved me, that they was not doing nothing behind my back, never. Even if I was, motherfucker, somebody gave me the false notion that we was gonna retire together, even though that was kind of iffy because I was already like, damn, I might have to step up out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? This ain't good enough. This ain't like not good enough for me, but this is not gonna work for me for too long. I got to get some change here. But then I'm noticing that, I started noticing that it's not even about the person and me not wanting to change. It's a construct here that's trying to stop a change. They're trying to stop somebody from being their highest. But ain't no way I'm feeling all this good. I got all these ideas. I'm doing all this abundance coming my way. I keep, even though an at-home mom, a pretty damn decent looking one or something like this, kind of taken care of, especially when it comes to just like, oh, I need to get this or I want to get this or something, but maybe not nourished, emotionally. I mean, we're just talking about this, y'all, because this is something that should be addressed. It just is. Okay. I'm not ashamed of anything that I've gone through. Okay. I'm not ashamed of where I am, how I live, or nothing like that. Right. So, I feel like in this case, I want to show this as a model, because if these people gonna stop right here with this, no, I don't think so. They've been breeding their kids in these little camps over there with motherfucking whatever his name is, Dow and them. Excuse me. In these off the grid patterns to do the same fucking thing. You understand? On a massive level, somebody could have just used their son to do this with, or their daughter or something like this, and then now they're training a whole group of people to go out and do like this and bring back home other people's bacon, and then act like the man. That's why this whole man, I'm the man thing is not working no more. Nothing that you do to nurture a woman or something like this, and you want to put it in the public eye and whatever, it's not. This is not working. There's nothing manly about it. The brutish behavior or that these people are operating in, kind of caveman. All right. So, because somebody's like, girl, ain't no way that people worried, whatever, and all the bills taken care of, you did. But these are women that secretly watch you or me, the rare ones that they didn't want to put up on a pedestal, especially not in the black community, because they wanted to sell us on polygamy or polygamy. All right. So they were not going to do that. They were going to try to destroy that. And then also like something like use something like, if you don't really care, they be like, girl, you got to keep yourself up or whatever. Well, I never had a problem. I was looking bogus most of the time when I was having kids and stuff, walking around here, one sock on, one sock off, blue pieces of hair sticking up outside of my head. It didn't stop this nigga one time from coming up in there trying to get none at the end of the night. So, it depends on what you're doing. Okay. But if you lump all this shit up together, if you was just gonna get played to the left by his family after he escaped or left or jumped or ran off or died or something like this, what did this all fucking mean? You know what I'm saying? You understand? Somebody wants you to make you feel bad, like you shouldn't have never trusted no man. Well, shit. And some of the people have been with these people for 50 years. They just didn't know that they was being siphoned from. And sometimes the husband didn't know that they was being siphoned from. The husband found out what the family was doing and questioned somebody, and they like, nigga, you gotta go. We just really need the wife and the kids now. And they were sacrificing their own sons. It ain't because nobody so loved the world or nothing in some of these cases. It just, they were so fucking greedy. Okay? So, Somebody could have lost somebody to a love spell here, and you could have also lost a child here. Because people could purchase people and dig out their whole brain, turn it to mush, and then end up uh doing something to their child and then brainwashing them that they even had a child. It's a lot of stuff going on here. All right. But somebody is not somebody's child here. All right. I told you the Takashi girl kind of looked like my auntie San. Okay. And this little boy remind me of this person here, or my little Tika. Excuse me. Also, kind of remind me of, I don't know, my boyfriend at a young age. I don't know. Okay. This could be somebody from the UK or something. Okay, with this Adele card. Um this person's, I just heard add L though. Somebody could have been fighting to have you added to something. They could be unstable right now. It ain't gonna be nothing that these people created that's gonna be even worthy of adding anybody to in a minute. You know, so it really ain't even. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, there's no love. Okay. All right. These people could have did this shit to you, or they telling you, we don't want you. Just don't you understand? It's like, don't you understand, motherfucker? You don't have a choice, bitch. I'll choose who live and die and who stay and go. It ain't you. I don't have no animosity with your ass, but you didn't have no animosity, or somebody didn't have no animosity with these people. This is why you gonna get sunshiny days from here on, even without the awakening, and even without a commitment here. Or this is somebody that they crossed over and now they a god, or now they in heaven or something like this, and this person don't want to never look down here and see you with nobody else while they in heaven, girl. Somebody trying to dictate your life. All right, they could be out the commitment or something like this, or they like you no more awakening for your ass. Okay, you about to out god me or something, and no commitment. Okay, lying in the reverse. This could be your person because they traded on you, or this could be my person because they would have traded on me, or this is somebody saying you're not a lion or trying to remove me from the royal family when I'm banishing the entire royal family right the fuck now. You cannot have my. I'm the only one that can claim it. The rest of y'all that's over there on TV, the fake ones. And if the real ones is the ones still controlling the fake ones, you wasn't doing your job all this time, so you still connected to who is the handlers at this time? Who's handling something? Not nobody. You're gonna get your hands chopped. Okay. Yeah, this is who did the see, because remember, she was in the unbothered or the karma bites energy. Okay, this person was in reverse last night. And now they done did this love spell. And now this person is in the upright. Okay. This could be who has something to do with somebody awakening or something. And this person also is the one that killed America, like the one that looked like that America image here. Um, Probably at that hotel. Okay. And turn this person into a voodoo doll, or this could be a human sized doll themselves. Okay. A robot or a Friday Night Freddy, because Karma Bites is a Friday Night Freddy, or what did I used to call her? She's the DNA snatcher, like the Tooth Fairy. She's that Tooth Fairy. Okay. On the one set of cards that come in and steal your identity, little stuff from your identity. And somebody trying to say like, oh well, I just want to help you because this is what we do. We find these girls that's you bitch. You're not God. I don't want. I you bitches don't got with the littlest thing that you do have or something like this is mine. This is you them trying to give you my identity or my code or something at 1 years old. Trying to talk about we twins or we was connected or something like this is a fucking lie. It's just a lie. You was always wanting to be me, and you killed this person right here. You did. After you made this person give you oral sex over and over again, and then you killed this person. Okay? So that you can have the particular man or something like this here. All right? All right? And this person can't be trusted here. Whoever this is. This could be the younger version of this person that's with this person here. Okay. This could be the boy version that was coming back to be with you, but they ended up over here with this person or something like this. This could also be somebody else. It don't have to be that person. This could also be me, bitch. I had 10 clones and one of them bitches, got cute, got skinny or something like this, and this is who got the man. Okay. Or again, they could have got rid of that Karma Bites person, and then they could have let me get my essence back. Okay. Somebody like, yeah, that one right there, motherfucker. Okay. But again, somebody lost their divinity here by doing so. And we got distant future. Somebody could be distant from you. All right. Shit, this could be future. Could be a guide or something for somebody, or a sign or a symbol for a group of people or something. I mean, that's what musicians are, generally. All right. This person could be far away. This could be one of my particular like suitors when it comes to a certain sector here. Okay. This is somebody that, at one point in time I could have said this could have been one of the stars on the crown, but I couldn't realize that this because they was hooked up, because they was with somebody else. I don't look at this person in a certain type of way here. Okay. I don't look at this person in a certain type of way here, because it's a little sting there. It's a little something that's connected to this person energy that I picked up on a long time ago. Like a what was his name? Conde was the one that Mary on Rain was about to leave Francis for. Okay. Narcisse. Somebody got a little Narcisse in them. Somebody got Narcisse a little bit. Okay. So this is that. All right. All right. So this could be also somebody wants you to participate in something. Now, I told you, this ain't something that we participate. God did not make me to lay on my back for you motherfuckers. Not this time. Or just not, period. You know what I'm saying? What the Holy Spirit doing with motherfuckers, ain't nobody else on earth doing what the Holy Spirit talking about. Or what the Holy Spirit was doing with somebody, or what a fountain was doing with somebody else. God only made one fountain and put it up in there. One. Excuse me. So again, something about flowers smell nice. Now these people have a different type of lifestyle. They already went through the stuff. They already killed and didn't get caught. They already did these particular things to compromise themselves, and now they can live the good life. They know can't nobody fuck with them. They already got evidence on you. So if you tell about that murder I did, or I don't want to say nothing like that on my channel. If they're thinking, if you told about that murder that you did, it's gonna just make me tell about what the fuck you did. So some of these people have an eye to eye. This could also be something that's like, lower like street industry and up. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So this could be like these people came up with this system and said how it's going to work, and then taught these little girls and groomed them up to the new system. And they didn't tell you nothing about this, you know what I'm saying? Or something like this. And, this matters to them, but they not going to be mattering at all in a minute. These people about to get recycled or something like this. And if that don't work, then they just going to get, in the something field. Okay. Or these beings, these bots or something like this. They made like a digital world, but no, this is other stuff that's like something else is supposed to be happening here. This could also be like the takeover of Friday Night Freddy's. This person can't be trusted because this person stuffed this person. All right. Had to lose you to get to love me. But I told you, It's something that they were doing here. Like with my image, they couldn't make my image, so they just it's like I am this person, or me and this person are the same, or something. It's something that they was doing here. Like Drake is just a persona or something like this, or something that's inside of me. But it's like mm, one of these Drakes, anyways. But it's like it was their way of like showing me what was going on with me behind the scene. It's some weird shit that they was doing here. Okay, it's something because this is a madam here. Okay, and maybe even this red, somebody name could be red. Okay, the red dragon. This could be somebody of Wales here. The big red dragon from the one cars that's going around taking people's stuff. This could be this red dragon here, or like I said, this could be where they took, like, say this younger male was all on my shit, like, yeah, I want this one or whatever. I hope if she lose weight and everything, this gonna be, oh my god, or whatever. But they found clones and they just adjusted them. And say that I told you, if this Miami energy is this Von Shell girl or a spawn of hers or something like this, um or this is somebody that tried to make themselves look like me when I was younger, or this is my younger version of me. They just stopped me right there. They stopped me because my smile was like really. My smile always been decent or whatever, but back then it was something about it. But I didn't like my smile at that time. At the time, I probably liked it, but when I look back, I say it looked kind of goofy. I don't like the way the bottom lip is. That flappy lip. That's what made me think like, that's something else. And again, this could be India showing favoritism because I feel like that was more of an India breed. That's what they trying to do here. Okay. But it's either that girl or whatever like this. It's like a flappy lip, like Kanika Jenkins' sister, the girl, with the buggy little eyes and the flappy little bottom lip, the hangy lip that the Bible be talking about. These particular people here. I don't even know if these people are real, but this could be who this is. Okay, the Miami energy. So somebody could have said, "No, I'm gonna take that one or whatever." But I told you, this can't be Jesus. This can't be Christ. This can't be a God because when we going through this process, people go through a whole different thing. So this is somebody that sat there and watch you be abused or go through something that no human will ever understand. They're probably in a mental institution right now, and you handle that shit like a G by yourself. But you did get angry, or you could have offended people. Oh motherfucking well. This is somebody that's like, oh well, you know. I don't like the way you're talking these days. Go back to how you were. Motherfucker, this is what it's called for right now. This is how I know you're not a real person. This is how I know you're not a real person. This is how I know you own some type of server. You should check yourself. That's why you can't get nothing right when it come to me. And you just hovering my energy and you don't do nothing right, or you don't do nothing you were supposed to do for me. And that's why I can't trust you. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be thinking they playing and reading you, and you have to read their motherfucking ass. This could also be this because a lot of these girls swap energies. Like on Mayfair Witches, they pull each other in and out of the game. Remember, the one girl, the younger girl, pulls on the other girl, and then she get old for a long time, and she go away, and then the other girl get young, and they keep doing this dance where they pull each other out of like old age or something like this. This could be a situation with somebody with they trying to fight for revenge for what's right, but you are all a part of what's all wrong beyond the veil. I think you might be a Coleman, or I think you might be a family member, or the real family member of this person. I think you one of the major players in talking in this person's ear or something like this. Yeah. What did I just say? The veil. What did I say? These two people might pull on each other. Okay. This is like somebody seeing that you a main character energy for real. Like every time you come out, you reminding them of a main character. Somebody switching up roles, and they don't even have a role in the play no more. Or this ain't even play. This ain't even play. This could be the big Billy Bass Nova energy that is. I already know y'all was trying to steal my lineage. You was trying to steal my bloodline. Or my part, even if they was a part of it. This ain't somebody like, oh, this name is in our family tree too. No, this is some people that was robbing this person can't be trusted. They want to be me in the thing here. All right. This could have been a playboy when he was younger. The person could have been snooping around and been very intrigued by me because they could have seen that I was kind of like a do whatever the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And instead of like, I mean, it could have been respect at first. And then somebody said, "Oh, I could use this to ruin somebody that's a woman." Whatever. What? And you could have fucked on somebody. And what if they wasn't originally? So silly. It's so silly. Can't trust this person. Okay. These is people that had babies with other people in your family thinking that it was better over there. And then, or did bonding things or sessions with these people. And they finding out that there's no value in none of that shit. All right. And so now somebody's not confused no more. Because I told you, if you think you're going to space alien or zombie underground kingly traffic me, motherfucker, you should did that shit when I was totally oblivious. Because that shit ain't nobody doing nothing with me. Ain't nobody buying, selling, trading, whatever the fuck what this is. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, these are men. They gave these boys their own stable and gave them all their horses and all their fillies and all their clones and shit and said, do what you want to do. But with the women, you got to break our shit up and still let them have some kind of access. You a bitch. You ain't got no real power. You ain't got no real power. And motherfucker, you my private property, nigga. First of all, at the end of the day, you my private motherfucking stock. What you talking about? Chakras lined up. Somebody's not surprised here. And then we have a priestess in the reverse here. Yeah, somebody's trying to keep a hold of your private stock because my shit is the best shit. It just is. Like I told you, the difference between a Dollar Tree Barbie and Mattel's Barbie, it doesn't matter what the fuck I look like. The value or the abundance is something that it projects from this energy. So you get what I'm saying? It's something like that. All right. So we got a flying monkey is in reverse. Somebody ain't giving the evil eye no more. Some of these people want you to take back this house because whoever they trusted all this time, somebody just said bam or booyah. And they like, So we got family in reverse here. All right. All right. And then we have this person having health concerns. So a lot of people, when Jesus said that these people going to be mad at their parents, it ain't like, or to hate their parents. This was a prediction. This was a prediction now. That we was going to find about these Cabbage Patch Kids and all this shit. It's not like you just want to wake up and just want to kill your parents. No, this is like, you know, money, stocks, bonds, things like this. It was in another way here. Parents would be like, "Oh, little Chucky's so mean to me," but this is somebody that tried to steal your whole existence, a so-called parent, and or it ain't your parent, it's your kidnapper. And like I said, a lot of people from the industry, a lot of these people is milk carton kids or Cabbage Patch Kids that these communities was grooming that way so that they can live a precious life. And even after they leave, they're gonna leave it to whatever they created. They're not gonna leave it with God saying, "Hey, this is you, and this is the child I'm giving you." They didn't go by what God. They wanted to redo something off of what they think. So they're not following what God told these people to do, but they want to still have access to the assets. I'm hearing the heaven, the earth, what's beneath the earth, all this shit shattered. And this is with somebody don't even have animosity. It's just the work that need to be done. Y'all been playing. Nobody got time to be. I don't even want to have shit on the earth if this is the way that somebody can play around with your life. No, who's doing that? Who's doing all that work? Just like you tried to solidify this crime that you did against somebody, you could never justify it because it was unjust. That's why. When somebody's aura is about order, or somebody that expects shit to go. You kept me from being queen, but you could see the regal energy on me. You could see the kind of things that I would be doing if I had money or if I was in my palace or something, or if I was in a situation, rather than what somebody else would be doing. It's something like this, okay? So it's like God already flipped my mode into queen mode. So it's kind of sad if the person, the queen, ain't in her kingdom, or she don't got her king. Okay, or she don't have people to take care. Like, this is like settle down mode. My brain ain't even on cleaning and cooking and all that shit right now. It's just not. I'm calling it a strike, but don't mean I can't. My mind is on something else. So that's why I said somebody's trying to get the work done and siphon you and drain you of everything without even living that. The thing about being a queen or being somebody like this in a high performance position like this, and having these other things that's around you and these other people that's around you helping you do these things, it balances out your mind, heart, it balances out your chakras. So somebody trying to take you to the bottom pits of it and say you still in alignment. Well, bitch, you don't need this money in this office and all this other stuff. We just gonna, just sit where you at and then do it like this because they mad because you can function on a level that they can't, under pressure, under stress or something, and still make proper decisions and not be falling for every skirt that walk past your room, or want to hop on everything just because you have access to these things in these portals or whatever this is. Somebody got discipline. Somebody is disciplined, and they don't mind communicating, and they know who they are. And although people try to run game on you and treat you like you ain't shit, you know that that's not the truth at the end of the day, and they not saying it to your face. All right? Yeah, look at me. Look at me, said mother. Like I said, somebody ain't saying this to your face. This is like a mother a diamond. A mother alien thing that comes on the earth and be like trying to checkmate her children, but she just ain't seen you yet. She didn't come. Yeah, somebody saying be our guest or come on in or something like this. But it's just like somebody just gonna be juggling or playing in your face anyway. Here. They're not gonna do something here. All right. And then I write on the paper. You didn't write on this paper. These people could have forced this, or they lied. Somebody else wrote something, your name on something, for a house or something like this. Like, these people got this trust fund open. They hid it from you, but they dabbling in it, buying houses and shit, signing and putting your name. Yeah. Somebody painting some blood on the wall, or put some evidence on the wall or something. Put somebody's fingerprints on something, feet prints. This is the problem with this transporting people. Somebody can murder somebody and then come pick you up at, what they say, the devil's games or whatever, at 3 o'clock in the morning, because they want you to be a part of this other club, that a killer club or this club or something. They don't want you to be seen at a full. Why? If I could sit on my throne and have killers around me, what the fuck would I want to kill for? I mean, that don't make no sense. Then you gonna be able to compromise me, and I'm not trying to be compromised. No, thank you. So somebody could be putting your blood, like your footprints, or transferring your fingerprints, because that's why I was watching the other day. She was like, yeah, it's impossible. When it comes to a finger transfer, you can't transfer a fingerprint. Yes, the fuck you can. Yes, you can transfer a fingerprint to a phone or from a phone. Somebody can get your remote control and lift up your fingerprints and put it on something. And then I was getting a little upset because I was watching that thing about that one boy, even though this could be an enemy. I don't know who this person is, but it's just, the truth is the motherfucking truth. And this lady was saying, and just the way that he was trying to get away with this whole thing, and how he was walking around and saying, I don't know, it wasn't me. I was there. I was not there. I don't know what you talking about. Why you doing like this? Or why am I even here? And I said, damn, bitch. She said, your head is bleeding or something, this like that or whatever. Like, well, if you investigating this, wouldn't that be the first thing you think? Because if somebody hit their head and they get a concussion or something, it could have them delirious. It could have them confused. It might have them agitated. It might have them not know what the fuck they talking about. It probably ain't the best person to be investigating nobody or asking them no questions. This is like somebody come put somebody in jail with that lump on their head and think it ain't that serious. You just trying to get away with what you just did, and motherfucker die in jail, or, you know what I'm saying? They like, you don't need no attention. He's been doing this since the crime scene. Walking around acting like he don't know what. Well, damn, could he probably not know? I mean, it's just listen. When you a judge or something like this, motherfucker, like, don't play with me. I don't know. This person could be a horrible person that belong in jail. I don't know who this person is, but what she was saying, I'm like, girl, you don't even sound legit standing there, because the two things you just said as your hardcore evidence. Boom, I just Googled it, and there you go, right there. How you look stupid. Because I was shocked that they showed the footage like, see, watch him here. You know, the footage that you just showed me that you out of line. All you motherfuckers was out of line. First of all, because that person had that big ass gash and all that blood coming down their face. You don't know what the fuck he talking about. He probably don't know what he talking about. So you might well just throw that shit out the case. You get what I'm saying? It's something like this, y'all. It's something like this. Mm-hmm. Somebody painted, put some blood at the scene. Somebody did something here, okay? Or it's something on somebody's walls or something and somebody painted over it. It's something like this here, okay? All right. Let's see. Wait, where the hell did I put those cards? Oh, here it is. Okay. Juggling. All right. Somebody might not be confused anymore. Okay, they could see that somebody could be the son here. You know, these people could be also looking at like a Jesus was supposed to come and help some of these people get, you know, they hiding the real people that they putting in jail. They showing us fake faces online so nobody can help these people. Or somebody was supposed to be, you know, at least go through law school or something like this, or go get the bar, or you did. One of your clones already got the shit. Y'all supposed to come back together and be one. But somebody killed these people off before you could become one again, because this is the way that these beings come to earth, and this is how we move. It's legit. It's legit. It's just using everything, using all your resources like you can, because somebody would have stopped it. Somebody could have seen that you was here on earth trying to do things and people were stopping it, so they dispersed your energy to do righteous things and come back together. And somebody found out that this was happening, they got scared and they did something here. All right. So whatever you pick up, you might be an all energy. Whatever you pick up, you do at least a decent job at it. There's nothing that you ever tried to do and said, I wonder if I could do that. And you didn't do at least a decent job, a good job at it. You know how they say a jack of all trades or something? So somebody could also be persecuting some of these people, but it don't matter who it is or what the situation is, because somebody could be like, I'm gonna get this nigga on these charges. But look, I mean, I don't know, if I was the judge, I couldn't do it, because okay, well, I don't know, that person, you got to bring me the proof from that, and we got to be in that case. You can't bring that shit from this. I thought it's against the rules, even to bring up people's past stuff or something in some situations, unless it's something that could be accountable, or something that could be like, if somebody getting, this is a strangulation and that was a strangulation, and then somebody could, like 20 years ago, somebody could bring that into the case, but they can't bring in another type of domestic violence and try to bring that into this court case, because it don't have nothing to do with this. But if somebody strangled somebody back then, you could bring that in there, because then there can be like more information as to why this person could have strangled somebody now. You know? Okay, so it's something, they call it something, y'all. I don't know what it's called. I mean, I do, but I just can't pick up the words right now. And I don't know what due cause is, but I know that's probably not it either, okay? And then we got a nice guy here, because I told you somebody was just going to your Akashic records and getting mad. You know, they wasn't going to pick you no way, probably, but they were just trying to move everything that had some involvement, or you felt you like somebody a lot. They don't want these people around or something. Somebody doing some shit like that. Straight up. You know, it's like, whatever these people talking about, oh, I'm this person want to pick you. Well, if I can't feel nobody picking me, so what do that have to do with me? I don't want to be a part of these people that got imaginary whatever this is. No, this is not, you know, they benefit more than I do. I don't want that. Yeah, the house is in the upright here. Some could be, I'm hearing be our guest. Again, priest in reverse. This could be anti-Christ or something, or anti-God. All right. Or there's a pastor or something here. Okay, this could be even somebody like, Stevie Wonder. I think that's what his name is. The one supposed to have been blind. He's not a priest, but he remind me of like a priestly type of man. Somebody could have like a demeanor like that, whether they a priest or not. So with it in reverse, somebody's not a priest, but people could go to this person like a priest. You know? And I'm thinking that family members from this generation was included in whatever this was, then their clones that go way back, even like 100 years or whatever this is, they shouldn't have nothing to do with this either. Because something stemmed earlier in your beginning or something that led you to go ahead and go against the Son of God that was supposed to be raising up. It just, I just something that's weird about this whole thing, y'all. All right? It's not a false narrative either. You know, because nobody knows what it's like to be in court. Whether this stuff is just fake or whatever this is, nobody knows what it feels like to be in court or even in your own home and feel yourself being persecuted like it's a court of law. In your home, not doing nothing. And people doing something like building up a case or saying, yeah, do you? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not answering none of your questions. Like, I don't understand. I won't understand. I won't understand. You know, so maybe if these people know that you're not going to understand, put your hand on that book and say you understand, then they're going to take you under and try to see if you understand then. Force you or something like this, yeah, conflict, dead body, because you don't have to say, I understand in that courtroom. Now, you would have to suffer or you have to study that. Maybe the Moors can teach you something about this. You know what I'm saying? But from what I heard, you don't have to. And it's kind of hard if it's in a public setting in a courthouse and you try that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it actually do work. And they can't go on with the proceedings. And then what? We got some abundance in reverse here. Because somebody tried to set somebody up or put up some stuff. Okay? But somebody already hurt. There's a little nick in your armor or something like this. Because whatever this is, it did work. All right? It did work. This could be some to take some abundance from you. All right? A flying monkey in reverse. Or a flying monkey could be losing some type of abundance or something. And somebody's not jealous anymore of somebody. Okay? Maybe somebody like, oh, you know how they say, oh, yeah, you know, Job, you picked Job or whatever. But yeah, that's just because you didn't take nothing from Job or Job be all on your nuts or whatever. Basically, this is why you ain't mad at Job. Like, take everything away from him and see if he's still, you know, see if he's still grateful to you or he's still loyal to you. So I don't know. Somebody could be a flying monkey or they not a flying monkey, but they did lose some abundance. This could be like a hate crime as well here. All right. And then you got somebody here, a female that's still standing in faith. I think like a little coochie or something for some of these men could get them to do it real quick to go against somebody. Okay. So again, somebody got faith. All right. But they still being abused. Okay. Somebody wants you again. They don't all float with the balloons back here. Like you got faith and something like this here. I don't know. And then you also have this abuse. Because I think in that Long Legs movie, it was like they was in like a coven where they was like priest or something. But you remember at the end when she came and tell her dad about the whole situation, the dad was like, just sit down and shut up or whatever. He never talked to her like that. You know, and then the mom came in there and he was with a new lady and everything like this. And they was trying to like gang up on her. And then she had to shoot the mom or something like this. Or tell on the mom or something. So you know, it could be something like this. Yeah, something is not, some abuse or something is not ending. Somebody wants to continue to abuse somebody here. Okay. And have somebody in poverty. All right. So somebody is like, take it or die, or take this or die, or something like this. And we're going to always choose just because the energy I'm in, I don't know about, I shouldn't say we, I'm going to always still choose the latter. Cause I'm the type of person that want to see what's on the other side of this after you said that shit. Just can't. This could even be somebody in poverty and this child or whoever this is that stuck with this man through thick and thin or came between this man and the wife that was getting abused. This child could be the one doing the abuse or conjuring up something against you or me. Okay. This is like a man and his dad. You know, it's like somebody still trying to keep this person in the family where they getting abused. Rather they was with this nice guy, they was getting abused. Poverty or this man that don't like to give up money and spend money on their wife, it don't matter. This still was some type of abuse here. Okay. But you heal these people, or I heal these people, or these particular people, or these particular breeds. And so they don't want to end something. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. Mm-mm.